Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Nurhanisah Binti Ramli with metric number 252594. I would like to present my topic on modeling the children's food intake using linear programming approach. This is the table of contents. It consists of 5 chapters such as introduction, literature review, methodology, result and discussion, and lastly conclusion. Chapter 1 is Introduction. Nutrient refers to the substance that help children to grow into a healthy adult. Children can achieve the right growth and development if their diet consists of healthy food with proper nutritional needs. Hence, right dietary habits should be set up during early age so that it can be maintained throughout later life. There are two problems that occur due to sedentary lifestyle and unhealthy eating habit. First is overnutrition, such as overweight and obesity. Second is undernutrition, such as stunting and anemic condition. This problem are known as double burden malnutrition. Next is research question. There are 4 research questions. First is, what is the proper children's food intake that meet the nutrient requirement? Then, what is the minimized cost of the daily food intake for children at Tasca Children Harmony? Followed by, what are the effects of inadequate nutrient intake on children? And lastly, what are the ways to improve health outcome of societies? To answer this, research objective was made to model the children's food intake that meet the nutrient requirement, to minimize the cost of the children's food intake at Tasca Children Harmony, to identify the effect of inadequate nutrient intake on children, to suggest ways to improve health outcome of society. For research scope, this research focused on the children's food intake optimization using linear programming approach. The respondents for this research are the children that attend the daycare in the Tasca Children Harmony in Klanajai, Selangor. The number of children involved in this study are 40 children from 4 years old to 6 years old. Lastly, the data collected for this study is the list of food menu offered by Tasca Children Harmony and the data regarding the children's sex, age, height, and weight. The significance of this study is to ensure they have a healthy and balanced lifestyle. Next is to reduce the diet-related disease that has led to death around the world. Chapter 2 is about the literature review. First is the concept of nutrient. Nutrition is about understanding the nutrients in food and making healthy food choices by utilizing the nutrient knowledge. Nutrients can be divided into 6 types, which are water, carbohydrates, protein, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Each type of nutrient has a purpose for your body. Next is the effect of inadequate nutrient intake on children. First is the undernutrition, which is a condition when there is a deficiency of nutrients in providing energy to the body. Then second is overnutrition. It's because of the poor diet and physical activities that lead to energy imbalance. Third is way to improve health outcome of society. Government should provide accessibility to health services such as inviting community health workers to provide basic health checkup to the society. Then changes in the eating behavior can be done by eating based on the food pyramid. If people are able to follow the food pyramids, they have the ability to improve the quality of their life and lessen the risk of getting chronic disease. Lastly is review on modeling approach. Pearson chi-square is a statistical approach used to measure the association between 2 categorical variables. Then, linear programming is a technique that can formulate an optimal solution based on objective function restricted by additional constraints. The result will be the optimal word, which are to minimize or to maximize. Chapter 3 is about methodology, research design. First is problem definition. The problems were identified from the literature review of the online articles, website, and book. Second is data collection. The study is a quantitative research which uses primary data that are collected through an interview with the person in charge of the Tasca Children Harmony. To fulfill this research requirement, a total of 40 data has been collected and used for this research. Next is model development and analysis. To formulate the model using optimization approach, which is the linear programming method, the analysis will be done using Microsoft Excel solver. Lastly, result and discussion. This is to provide solution to the problem that meet the research objective, which is to model the children's food intake. Model development and analysis. First is model formulation. This section discusses the model development of the linear programming method. It consists of 5 steps. Model formulation is the initial step, which is to plan and design the layout of the linear programming method. Next is decision variable. The decision variable consists of 10 food that are available in the task category and harmony. The names of the food involved are cereal X1, sandwich X2, spaghetti bolognese X3, fried rice X4, chicken fillets X5, fish finger X6, orange juice X7, milk X8, banana X9, and apple X10. Then, objective function is to minimize the cost of the children's food intake. And the constraint consists of the total calories and the total quantity of the 6 types of nutrient. The calories should be less than 1350, fat less than 25 gram, cholesterol less than 300 mg, carbohydrate equal or greater to 55, iron equal or greater than 30 mg, calcium equal or greater than 600 mg, protein equal or greater than 20 mg, then fiber equal or greater than 20 g. The solution will be into a mathematical expression that consists of the objective function that meet the requirement of the constraint. The result shows the respondent descriptive statistic. Both the overweight and underweight categories represent the malnutrition problem among children. Besides, the total value contributed is 26 out of 40 respondents, or 65% of the total children in the daycare. Therefore, it shows that majority of the children are unhealthy. Due to this statistic, it is required to model the right food intake for the children at the daycare. Linear programming equation. This is the linear programming equation. Table 1 shows the suggested and expected nutritional level. To fulfill the research objective 1, which is to model the children's food intake that meet the nutrient requirement, Table 1 has shown that the comparison between suggested and expected nutritional level. All suggested nutritional level are accepted because it has met the expected nutritional level. Therefore, to conclude this, it has been proven that the first objective has been met as the suggested nutrition level has fulfilled the constraint stated. Table 2 represents the suggested food intake and the cost of the foods. It shows that 7 foods were chosen out of 10 foods available. The meals are divided into 2 groups, which are breakfast and lunch food. For breakfast, the food consists of 2 cups of cereal, 1 cup of milk, 1 piece of apple. Then the lunch food consists of 1 cup of spaghetti, 1 chicken fillet, 1 cup of meat, 1 piece of banana. The minimized total cost of the food per day for each child at the daycare is Rm15. The solution provided shows that it has met the second research objective, which is to minimize the cost of the children's food intake. Table 3 represents the comparison of initial and suggested cost. Both meals shows the total cost incurred by the Tasca Harmony and Cheerio for each child at the daycare daily. Initial meal consists of 10 food and the total cost of the initial meal is Ringgit 95. However, this cost is considered expensive, and through the interview, the researcher found that most children does not have sufficient nutrient taken. Therefore, intervention has been made. The suggested meal is the solution that has been decided by the researcher. It shows that the optimal solution that can be applied at the daycare meal plan. The total cost of the suggested meal is Rm50. This shows that the suggested meal is cheaper than the initial meal. In conclusion, this study has proposed a solution by constructing a food intake model using linear programming approach. This aim is to minimize the cost and meet the nutrient requirement that followed the recommended nutrient intake (RNI). The suggested model consists of 7 foods, which are cereal, spaghetti bolognese, chicken fillet, fish finger, milk, banana, and apple, with the total cost of Rm15. The task category and harmony should apply this suggested food intake to minimize the cost of the food that they spend on each child per day. Food substitution are also recommended to avoid the children from feeling bored eating the same food every day. Thank you.